Today we'll be going over how to mod raiders for 2A play. So here I have a raider that I freshly modded, and here I have one that is not modded at all, straight out from the package. And if you can see like this, you can see that the modded raider has a smaller gap. They're flat on my finger, but one of them is bigger out. It is more wide, and that's because of the gap. That's because I cranked this one. And to do that, I'm going to show you the procedure. So I take it apart. I throw away everything but the bearing. Whoops. So the spacers, I throw away. I also throw away the string as well. I also take off the axle. You can do this with pliers. And here, I replace it with the 181 axle that you can order off of Spin Gear. Screw this one on, and I take a flathead screwdriver. It has to be flathead. You can also use a needle or anything really sharp and pointy, and then you remove the two bearing shields on the bearing. And I'm going to do that. Now that I have them off, it's time to assemble the yo-yo. And for that, I use these black spacers. One on each side, and then I put the bearing, the ball side down, and take the oil and I lube it exactly like so. That's Yo-Yo Gem Thin Lube, and this is Hyper Spin oil, and I paint the axle on top, just like that. And I screw it together, and I leave it down here for a couple of seconds. And during this, I'm going to show you what I do with the string. Take the string, and I stretch it. That was about 10 seconds, I would say. And I cut it. And it doesn't really matter what length you cut it to, as long as you like it. I don't care. Okay, and this isn't enough for your mod. You have to actually get to the cranking. So for that, you just twist, and you'll feel a lot of resistance. And after it gets to a point where it starts to resist more, I take it completely apart, and I do it again. And let it rest for a couple of seconds. Okay, it's a little bit loose, so I tighten more. And say if it's too... Fuck. say if it's too tight, what you can do is you can take the whole thing apart, add a third spacer in, and then if you tighten like that, it'll reset the gap. And that's it.